Det är ju en identifierare som är unik och som du alltid har med dig. Det är ingen risk att du förlorar. Det är
So you can keep an eye on me?
Yes.
Nu är jag inte rädd, för det känns som att vi inte där än kanske med tekniken att chip hackas på det sättet.
So let's switch gears a little bit. So you have something else that's really interesting in the newsletter about people in Sweden putting implants, microchips, right,
Yes.
into them. We've seen something like this here. There was a company that
in Wisconsin,
right, so they could get stuff out of the vending machine with these microchips. So what's happening in Sweden?
So basically in Sweden over the past couple of years, several thousand people have had these little rice grain-sized microchips put into their hands, which contain information that they can use to, say, check into the gym or get into the office or pay for train tickets, right? So on the one hand, everyone can appreciate that that's convenient, right? How many times have you been looking for your key fob at the gym or can't remember your password for something? But I think the bigger question here is, look, as the human body itself becomes a technological platform, right, there are big questions we need to consider about what kind of information is put out about us, from us, quite literally, and also further down the line, what kind of access do other people or platforms have to that information that is inside us, right? This is a biotech question, this kind of blurring of the lines between the human body and tech. I mean, it's one thing if you're holding your smartphone and it's sort of emitting data about you. It's another thing if your own hand is doing the same thing.
So like 3,000 people signed up for this. Are they not as concerned about hacking and privacy and all the things that we can't stop talking about over here?
Yeah, polls show that actually Sweden is one of the countries where concerns about misuse of data is actually lower than other countries in Europe. But you know, we'll see. This is 3,000 people. This is a small experiment. It's been developing over the past several years. But as the information that these microchips contains gets more elaborate and more detailed, people may start to change their mind and demand more protection of their privacy.
One Arkansas lawmaker is looking to get ahead of an emerging technology. Representative Stephen Meeks wants to pass the first law in the U.S. regulating microchip implants in people. Some companies, both in the U.S. and worldwide, actually microchip their employees. It allows them to do things like open doors, log on to computers, even buy snacks from vending machines, as you saw in the video. Meeks' bill would allow companies to offer microchips to employees, but not force them to use them.
And the idea here is to set the ground rules before the technology comes to our state to protect workers.
The legislation also requires the company to pay to remove the implant if an employee leaves.
I don't think I want to be microchipped.